Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, Shelly's Millions. Um, we're going to talk about finance and budget. We're going to talk about Black Friday shopping and Cyber Monday shopping. I also owe a lot of you an apology. I normally go live every Thanksgiving with my mom, and it didn't work out this week. So I apologize to anyone who was counting on me. Good morning, Michael. So it's really just an excuse, honestly, but I worked in the morning from about 10:30 to 5:30. I drove home. I got home about 6:30 and we ate and I went to sleep at 8 o'clock at night. I was so tired. And it wasn't like my mom was like, yeah, I really want to do it. Hi, Levon. Good to see you. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I'm feeling a lot of guilt about not going live. Also, even today, my mom is still here at my house for Thanksgiving. She normally comes, cooks, stays a whole week. And I was like, do you want to come and do the live? And she was like, no. And then she was like, well, maybe. So I have a chair sitting right next to me. Also, I don't know how closely you guys pay attention to the stuff that's in the background of this room where we film. Actually, I kind of like this angle. And my mom would be sitting right here if she decides to come in. But I've got like a ring light back there. Normally there's that map that we use to talk about like which states were extending their unemployment benefits. I finally took that down because that's been blank for a long time. And currently my bed is not made, but there is a bed in here. That's part of my water bottle. That's a light. Anyway, that couch that I used to film on turns into a futon. And IRS, I'm definitely not sleeping in there, but I'm sleeping in there. So when my mom comes over, I give her my bed and I turn the blue room into a guest room only for maximum a week, IRS. So yeah. Anyway, I've also been under the weather. I just got back from that long trip. Levon, I don't know if you know this. I just did like a worldwide trip. I went from Portugal to Spain. We went actually one area of Spain. We went to Seville. And then from Seville, we went to Madrid. And then from Madrid, we went to Egypt. And then we spent about 36 hours traveling back between the layovers and everything. We were probably in the air about 24 hours. And then with all the layovers and everything, about 36 hours. And I got sick, not COVID, about a week before we came back. And I have still been sick. I shouldn't be contagious. So I felt fine having my mom come over to make Thanksgiving. But I'm definitely like still under the weather and I'm not sure, right? There's a couple things going on. Sorry, I'm catching you guys up on my life. If you guys want to talk about anything finance or budget related, if you guys want to let me know about any Black Friday deals that I may have missed or Cyber Monday deals that you're excited about, or like what you're doing for your Christmas shopping, drop it in the chat and I'll switch comments. I'll switch topics. I really do like when you guys, have things that you're curious about or you want to talk about. And even if I don't really know, I'm happy to like look it up with you guys and see what we can discover on the internet. So let me know if there's something else that you want to talk about. Otherwise, we're going to do a little bit of life updates before we talk about like Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff. So the three kind of things going on are, one, I'm not sure like how long it takes to get over jet lag just in general. I honestly don't know how many different time zones I was in. I will tell you that consistently when I was traveling, and I've been back a full, I got back like last Friday. So I've been back, that's almost 9 days. Somehow that timing doesn't seem right. So probably because I have been sleeping even last night, which is well after Thanksgiving. I felt pretty good all day Friday. I had that day off. I took a nap midday, which I don't normally do. But yesterday I worked the morning shift. I worked from 10:30 and my boss was like shooing me out the door still at 6:30 because we were just so busy. I didn't even have time to eat. So yesterday I got home, ate, and then pretty much immediately fell asleep at 8 o'clock. I had started to kind of doze off on the couch. By 8:30, I was like, well, maybe if I sit up, I'll still be awake. And I struggled to keep my eyes open until like 9 p.m. And then I was just like, no, I'm done. I'm going to bed at 9 p.m. So holidays, Thanksgiving, it's typically a really busy time for movie theaters. So that's great. I love when we're busy. It makes the day pass by quickly. It feels like Black Friday for the movie theater because, Black Friday is when it puts businesses in the black instead of in the red, and we're always busy. And so I feel like, hey, the company's doing well. So it's a great feeling to be working, but it is a busy, busy time. People like to go to the movies with their family. And thank you to anybody who went to a movie this weekend. It helps, and we appreciate your business, even if we're a little bit busy and maybe don't give you all that personalized attention that we love to. But busy, busy week at the movie theater. Debbie, you're going to ask. I don't want you to be sad. Debbie said I should have taken the little green guy with me on my world trip, but I did not. Napoleon is the number one movie at my movie theater this week. And then there's a weird one called Saltburn. I shouldn't call it a weird one. I don't know. But it looks like kind of like a thriller, but maybe not a thriller. I don't know. You can't exactly tell what it's going to be, but it's called Saltburn. I'm interested in that. But that's not necessarily like I think Napoleon's a good Thanksgiving film. But Saltburn seems like a little bit edgier, like something you'd go out on a date to, or something you'd go on girls' night or guys' night out to see with like your peers, not like your family with your grandparents and your nieces and nephews. Maybe not. I don't know. So I think that'll actually be busier next weekend. Anyway, that one looks interesting. But really, a movie that's doing really well at our theater right now is called The Holdovers. And that's it looks like not a dark comedy, but it's like a dry comedy. Oh my God, Rocky, we will talk about this whole Christmas tree thing in a second. Let me tell you in a second. I'm looking to see if I have these things in this room, and I do. Okay, so 1 second. We'll go into Christmas trees. It's called The Holdovers, and it's about how you hear about if you on summer break, you hear about all the kids that could go to summer camp. Well, I was never one of those kids because we couldn't afford summer camp. So it's kind of like the opposite though. It's winter break, and these kids, I don't know if they're a private school or they're at college or what, but there's the majority of kids go home for the holidays, but then there's the holdovers who don't get to go home for the holidays. And that's what that movie's about. And it looks really good. And Mom, I know we haven't gone to the movies. I live a little bit further from my movie theater now. So it used to be, if I worked Thanksgiving morning, I could come home, eat Thanksgiving dinner, go live with you guys, and I could be back to my movie theater with no traffic in 10 or 15 minutes if we wanted to see a 9 o'clock movie. But now I live further. So if I commute an hour to work, I don't want to commute an hour home, grab my mom, go see a movie, and commute an hour back again. I don't want to do all that. But I think I'm taking her home on Tuesday, so we might go see The Holdovers on Tuesday, just because I think that'll be a good family film to watch. It looks good. Okay, Rocky says he wants to talk about live Christmas trees. If you guys missed it, last year I unboxed all these ornaments that we got out of my grandma's trailer. So my mom lives in my grandma's trailer, but my grandma's passed away, so I guess it's just my mom's trailer now. But it's a trailer that my grandma has had since the 50s. And my grandma used to work at she used to make, this is a really interesting story, I think. She used to make the parts that put rocket ships together. So she would use the little screws or whatever, the little screws and the nuts and the bolts that holds pieces of a rocket ship together. She used to make those. Maybe she didn't make them. She was an inspector. So she would inspect the ones that the people on the assembly line made to make sure that they were consistent and high enough standards to go on rockets. That's my understanding. I could have this wrong, but that's in my head. That's what she did. But for some reason, her company also at Christmas time would like make these gold plated ornaments. So, oh, okay. Let me do Dawn's question really quick, and then we'll come back to like my grandma and this like hot mess of a Christmas unboxing. Dawn wants to know that she always comes back to me when she's in doubt. Does California have an extension for benefits for unemployment? She's always been able to get an extension, but don't know if we can after COVID. Unfortunately, right now, there are no extensions for unemployment benefits. And Dawn, I'm sorry for that answer, but I'm actually glad that you asked that kind of early on in this live, because I actually do get asked that quite a lot on the older videos, and I don't always have a chance to respond to that. So with COVID, they had a lot of extensions, right? And now all those extensions are gone. So it's funny because it says that you have a yearly unemployment like time frame. You can't reapply for benefits within that same year. And then I also get the comment, but my unemployment benefits didn't last me an entire year. And generally, it'll only last 26 weeks. The only way that it could last longer than 20 weeks, and this wouldn't be a true extension, but let's say that you were unemployed and that then you found part-time work and you're still certifying for your benefits, you're allowed to make a little bit of money while you're on unemployment and still collect. So you can draw down your unemployment balance until it's at zero. Currently, it used to be like you could have a balance, but you wouldn't be able to access it. But now you should be able to withdraw your balance all the way down to zero. For most people, that's only going to be about 26 weeks of unemployment benefits. So if you're not working at all, the longest it's going to last you is 26 weeks. If you found some part-time work and you were certifying for benefits and you were able to collect partial unemployment benefits, then that would stretch the amount of weeks that your money would last. But there's no true extension right now, unfortunately. Let's talk really quick. Okay. Sorry. We'll come back to the Christmas tree, Rocky, I promise. And the horrible live last year. Basically, let's finish the Christmas story real quick. When I unboxed all these ornaments that came out of my grandma's trailer, it was basically like a rat's nest worth of ornaments. But I'm going to scooch on over here for just a second. Oh dear. Okay. I don't know if you can see this, and oh no, it's untangled. So this is like the Christmas tree light from when I was a child, and all the bulbs look fine mostly. And this plug is like for sure like an 80. There's a over the counter hook. This plug for sure looks like it's from like the 70s, the 80s. It wouldn't work, but I haven't given up hope on it. So I'm going to take it to my maintenance man and see if he can fix it. And Dawn, you're welcome. I'm sorry for that answer. But yeah, thank you for checking in. And I'm happy to switch the topic of the live anytime anybody has any other questions, not about the Christmas tree. So this was the star that we put on top of the Christmas tree from when I was like little, when I was growing up. And so I don't want to just throw it in the trash. Maybe somebody, you guys have also maybe heard me say that I think like crafting and collecting supplies to craft are two totally different things. Like maybe I can figure out some sort of crafty thing to do with this that I may or may not ever actually do. But I don't just want to throw it away because it's the tree topper from when like I was a super little girl. Yeah. And I have it in here because usually all these kinds of things that I don't quite know what to do with, they sit on the bench in my kitchen where I've sometimes streamed from, where I would have streamed from if we would have streamed on Thanksgiving. But like I needed to clear that off so that we could actually sit. So I've kind of got the boxes along the corners of the room right now. And yep, the star is in there because I first want to take it to my maintenance guy. Hi, Miri. Yeah, I still have the star. So I have not parted with it. And I don't really want to throw it away, even if I can't get it working again. Here's my thought on an actual live Christmas tree, though. You guys know I battled whether I should get one or not. I think I will save the star, Rocky. But I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever be like a true tree topper again. But like I don't know much about electrical or wire. And by much, I mean, I don't know anything. But like, it seems like one wire and one plug. And I feel like if I took this to Home Depot and I was like, make it work, like I feel like the guy in the aisle of the Home Depot could be like, oh, you just need to bleep bloop blop, and then it would be done. So I feel like I feel like if I show this to the maintenance guy at work, he could help me. I feel like maybe if I take it to the aisle at the Home Depot, like it can't be that hard to rewire a Christmas star. But maybe this is better repurposed so that I don't have to worry about wiring. I don't know. All I know is I'm not throwing it away. At least not yet. I don't think I'm doing a live Christmas tree this year, but oh, just wait. My mom has had like a different Christmas tree now in the trailer. All growing up, I had a fake tree. And then ever since I've got my own house, my own apartment, most years I don't get any tree. But then some years I do. Last year I got a Christmas tree. I think I got a pretty good deal. Here is why I don't think I'm going to do it again. It's not necessarily the money, although I got to be honest, after that long trip, I need to be very conscious about my budget and spending. So also the line to get a tree was long. Like it was fun opening all those ornaments, but we did that last year. See, now when I talk about it though, then I rethink it. I'm like, maybe I do want one. I always want one, right? And this is the thing about shopping and Black Friday and Cyber Monday shopping. I feel like we're always going to want those things, but it's a want versus need. I don't need a Christmas tree. I want one, but I don't need it. But not to worry, Rocky. Still think that we'll have something good. My mom has like a kind of small light up tree that she has set on the porch. We've had that for years, like, but more like at some point after I was 18. I don't know what point. And she always used to say right before Christmas, I dusted off the tree because it would collect a lot of dust throughout the years. And honestly, this thing like does not look great, but I have seen TikToks of people like hosing off these pre-lit Christmas trees and reusing them. So I think I'm going to salvage that because she's been like, you never take that thing to the garbage. And I was like, I'm like one of these, we can't throw it away people. So the answer to the we can't throw it away type people, if you're like me, is to just not bring it into your house. Turn that thing into an ornament and rather do a live stream of decorating the tree. So the fake tree that my mom has is already decorated. So we might just have to do like the cleaning of that tree. Make sure the Christmas lights are working. Well, I finally took some to the responsible, like recycling, whatever. And then actually they told me they wouldn't take the Christmas lights, which was weird. Because like you're supposed to like dispose of light bulbs and things through like one of those e-waste programs. So I was trying to be responsible and do that. They took my light bulbs, they took my batteries, but then they were like, no, we're not going to mess around with your Christmas lights. And I'm not really sure why that was, but they didn't take those. Okay, what else did I want to say? I want to talk about the cost of that trip a little bit. My mom will just learn this. I literally just got this in the mail. I checked my mail, right? I know it's Sunday, but we got mail yesterday. And what I got was a bill from my doctor's office. They warned me about this. But since I was going to Egypt, I want to say they recommended that I get like a typhoid vaccination. And they warned me like, hey, your insurance may or may not cover this shot. Do you still want it? And I was like, well, do I still need it? And they were like, yes. And so I was like, well, let's do it, like whatever. My insurance did not cover the shot. And now I'm being billed $508. So I can probably hear my mom like fainting out in the living room. I don't think it'll actually be $508. I'm going to do a couple things. One, I'll make sure that they build it correctly. And then two, usually if there's like a different price for what they will try and bill your insurance company versus what they will actually charge you if you're paying cash for a medical bill. So I'm going to call the doctor's office and make sure that they billed it correctly to my insurance, because I know for sure that I had this shot back in 2011 when I went to India. I'm still working at the same company and our insurance really hasn't changed that much. Like, we've had the same insurer. So I know back in 2011, this shot was covered. So I'm not sure why it's not covered this time. So one, I'll make sure that they build it correctly and all that fun stuff. And then two, if they did bill it correctly, I'm going to try and negotiate so that I don't have to pay a whole $508 for a shot. But better safe than sorry, right? Oh, now what does my mom say? The annual dusting of the tree with eggnog, cookies, and music. Literally, the dusting of the tree. Yeah, except for this year, we might hose it off. Okay, so I have not done any Black Friday shopping. I am not planning on doing any Cyber Monday shopping. I will tell you guys the one thing that I looked at is I have all laminate floors here at the house, and this is going to sound so gross, but I don't have like a vacuum because you don't really vacuum laminate floors. But now I have a rug in my living room, and I feel like the rug needs vacuumed. So I was looking at a Roomba, but they're still too expensive in my opinion. They're like $169 or something. I also have, you guys know I have like lots of little things that I still need to fix around my house. One of the things are like there's like transition strips in your walkway. Not the walkway, but like where it goes from like one room to the next. There's like this little strip of flooring, and that's coming up on all the spots where it's transitioning in the from the bathroom to the living room. Actually, I think that one's totally missing. From this bedroom to the kitchen, from the kitchen to the living room, and from the living room to like the bedroom that I normally sleep in. Yeah, so Rocky is saying that tons of people didn't Black Friday shop. I know I didn't. Everything's expensive. Everything is expensive. My mom and my roommate were both just talking about how expensive like it is to just eat out at like fast food restaurants. It used to be like you could get like a combo meal, like with a sandwich, fries, and a drink for under $10. My mom just was like, she wasn't necessarily surprised, but she was disappointed that the combo meal that she was craving was like over $10 and I wasn't with her. She did buy it for herself, treat herself, but she was like surprised at how expensive it has got. My roommate said, you guys, this is a guessing game. Rocky, you might be the only one totally focused right now. My roommate got, and again, I'm just calling him my roommate. They rent the garage to work from home. Best friend, whatever. We're going to call him my roommate. My roommate got 2 Whoppers from Burger King and a large drink. Guess how much that cost? And I feel like I'm pretty aware that things are expensive. Oh, 2 Whoppers with cheese, let me specify, and a large drink. That set my roommate back $26 and some change. You guys were too slow at guessing in the comments. I didn't see them if you did guess. $26 for 2 Whoppers with cheese and a large drink. Not the combos, not with fries, just literally the 2 sandwiches with cheese and a large drink, which to me, that's like so crazy. Also, with the $20 minimum fast food wage, I don't think that's going to get better in the coming year. And the last time my mom and I went to Taco Bell, which was like one of my favorite fast food places, they did not have any workers at the front desk. My mom, most restaurants, even like fast food restaurants, have a senior discount. And most of the time, if my mom like treats me and pays for me, they'll actually apply the senior discount to the entire order. So what they said Oh, interesting. Sean says Burger King is the ginger ale the thing? Burger King has ginger ale. That's why I like that place. And that goes double for Wendy's. I do like Wendy's every once in a while. What I like at Wendy's is the baked potato. You guys, this is going to sound so weird. One of the like many jobs my mom had when I was growing up was a secret shopper for Jack in the Box. And sometimes she would go to like 4 or 5 Jack in the Boxes in a day. And she was like, I can't eat all this Jack in the Box. So I don't think this is cheating. And this was many years ago. But my mom started bringing a cooler with her, and she still had to like shop the store, and like some of the things you're checking for is like the temperature of the food good, and like I didn't really think about this, but there's like a specific order that the tomato needs to go in, the lettuce needs to go in, the patty, the cheese needs to go in. So she would like check that it was assembled correctly, and she would also check for like freshness and like warmth and things like that. So she would take one bite out of it, and then she would put it in the cooler and bring it home. And that used to be the best job. But something surprisingly good from Jack in the Box is the egg rolls. You wouldn't think Jack in the Box would have good egg rolls, but they do. Okay. I would just like to say that my movie theater where I work, if you ever go to a movie theater and they have those freestyle soda machines, they also have the freestyle machines are almost always going to have ginger ale. Okay. Yes. Sean, the way to get your business is through ginger ale. I hear you loud and clear. Rocky says, this morning, me and my brother went to breakfast. Just 2 breakfast burritos and 2 medium sodas was $29. That's crazy. Was it a sit-down restaurant? Here's where I feel like we're getting right now. My mom said this last night too, is like it's getting just as expensive to eat out at fast food versus like you can go to a sit down restaurant and get like a meal with a waitress. And granted, you're going to have to tip, but that's going to actually cost about the same as fast food. So I just don't see how like the future of fast food is going to survive. Anyway, so the last time we went to Taco Bell, there was no one at the front counter, and you could only order from like this electronic kiosk, aka robots, right? It's a computer. It's not really like a robot, like it doesn't look like a person, but Sean only eats out once a month. Yeah, and I know lots of my viewers are already at the point where they can't even do that. Uh-oh. Geo homeless in San Diego. You used to watch my videos back in the pandemic during the EDD situation. Needless to say, life has gone downhill after that. I'm homeless now and really struggling. Geo, try not to lose hope. This is a hard time for really a lot of people. I almost said everyone. It can be being unhoused. It can be family trouble. I don't want to list all the things, right? Like in case we're not thinking of those things, but it's really hard during the holidays, and just try and hang in there. Earlier I started to mention like some side hustle things, like even where I am, just to like, I often think about like doing side hustles just to kind of like see different like work environments and things like that. And something that comes up during the holidays is Christmas tree farms. You can help people carry Christmas trees to their cars from the lots, like, and help them tie them down because they need that. Work at an ice skating rink. Those are pop-up things. Like maybe try like just some seasonal things that'll help put you in the holiday spirit. And again, the library is going to be your friend. If during the day it gets cold, the library is going to be a great place. Maybe check out what interests you. Like, what are you passionate about? I know like if you're down on your luck right now, it might be hard to like figure out what you're passionate about. What did you enjoy when you were little? Like, even if it's toys, there's a lot of times that they do like pop-up shops where they're selling toys during the holidays. Maybe it's swimming. Maybe you see maybe swimming is not the best thing to look into in the winter, But like, what did you enjoy when you were small that maybe you could do to get just like a little extra income? But try and stay warm. Go to the library, or maybe there's something you always wanted to do. There's a lot of courses in the library, and maybe see if like plumbers. A lot of times you can get like an apprentice job as a plumber or a junior electrician or apprentice electrician, air conditioning, mechanics. All those jobs pay really well. And maybe it's not just about pay. I don't know what you're going through. I know rent here in California is crazy, but Gio, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really rooting for you. I am. Dang it. See, this is why I wish I would have also gone live on Thanksgiving, just to like be a cheerleader for people who need it. Because I really do believe in everybody. And I know that things are not great right now, right? But I really believe that we can all be kind to each other. Oh, here comes my mom. All right, here comes my mom. Here, I've set up your seat. So maybe she'll have something nice to say also. You got to scooch on in. Somebody's, nope, you got to scooch in more closer towards the desk, not to me necessarily.
Hey, everyone.
They can't see you yet.
I know, but they can
Closer,
hear me.
closer. Yeah, they can hear you. Okay, there we go. Closer to the desk. Okay, here's my mom. You love everybody also?
Happy holiday. Love y'all.
You don't have to yell though. The microphone in here is good.
I'm exuberant.
All
I'm
right.
happy for the holiday.
Hello, spell legacy like death. What are you excited about for the holidays?
Family.
Oh yeah, Mama Millions.
I look forward to Thanksgiving every year. My treat to Chris and Shelly every year.
Chris is my best friend.
So I buy everything, my gift to them. I cook everything, and I watch us all gobble it up, and it's big fun.
And Mom, where'd you get the turkey from this year?
Food bank. Big one.
Yeah.
Always from the food bank. I get the turkey, but I buy most of the other stuff.
And I am not embarrassed to eat food bank turkey. And, you know, don't feel like you're taking from anyone. Do you ever see anybody, I hope the answer is no. Do you ever see anybody get turned away like at the end of the line at the food bank because there's
It
not
was
enough
interesting.
food?
This week, the lady in front of me was not registered for this particular food bank. She had a card, but when she presented the card, they told her that was not theirs, and it was never theirs.
Did they give her food anyway?
No, they did not. But they told her to go over to another building and get registered, and then she could come back that same day.
Okay. And what food bank, like, is it a church or like a school, or where do you go?
It's a church.
Oh.
I think that, personally, I think the churches are some of the better ones. They have, the one that I go to is one of the best that I've ever seen. Has a good variety of everything. And this week was incredible. Right before Thanksgiving, we got so much meat, which is very unusual. Both a big turkey and a 5-pound glazed spiral cut ham, plus a whole bunch of other food.
You're a big turkey.
Double.
So Gio, something else that might lift your spirits is volunteering. Like maybe you could go to a food bank and like help pass out the food, or, you know, go to a different homeless shelter, and not, if hopefully you're in one. If you're not, try and get in one, but like volunteer at one.
But some of those food banks also have referrals, and they also have like breakfast for the homeless every single day. And they have not every day, but a couple times a week, you can come there and take a hot shower. And they always have different food for the homeless. So they try to give you what you really can eat. They won't give you a turkey because you have no way to fix it, but they'll make sure that you have a good variety of food. And like I say, they have other resources. So it's a very good place to go and see what they have.
That is good advice. What else? Ben says your family never does Christmas gifts. You just spend the day together and have a lovely dinner, and that's it. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. But somehow some gifts have started working their way back in. But a lot of times, like I usually get socks, but a lot of times those come from the Dollar Tree. And I'm not like,
Most of the presents come from the Dollar Tree or
Yeah.
the 99-cent plus store.
yeah. You guys know I'm a fan of playing like board games with your family, like going to the library. You can check those out. I even recently learned that you can check video games out from your local library. So you could maybe be like the hit aunt or uncle if you bring home like a new video game for the kids to play. Let them wear themselves out playing it, but really then it just goes back to the library on a Monday. The libraries rent DVDs for sure. I don't know how many people still rent DVDs. I may go back to that because I just canceled pretty much all of my streaming services. Because I am still trying to figure out how to creatively get that trip paid back for quickly that I just went on. I will also say something. So I canceled the Netflix plan I had, which was like a $15.99 plan. It's supposed to stream in like higher definition or something, and then you're actually allowed to share that account with at least one person. But no one was sharing. I didn't have anyone sharing my Netflix account. And so I think this past year they introduced the version that has commercials, and that version of Netflix is $6.99. So it's not like a huge savings. It's like what, $8, $9, but it is something. And added up, it all helps. You guys know I also switched over to Mint Mobile. I'm still liking them, and I actually have them linked by there. Gio, I'm glad that you had a good Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving. I'm glad it helped you out. And yeah, I don't think anybody is really homeless by choice. I think a lot of times their situations can get worse. And just do that. Anyway, I'm sorry for whatever you're going through, and I hope that you have a string of good luck now. Okay. Back, yeah, the library. Oh, so the Netflix with the commercials. I've had Hulu with commercials. I don't like that. I think their commercials are really long, but the Netflix ones are not that long. As a matter of fact, I stood up and I was like, oh, good. I get a chance to go get a glass of water. And we went and I didn't even have time to get a glass of water, and the TV show was like back on. And like you guys have mostly seen the layout of my house. It's really pretty small. So didn't even have time to get from the couch to the living room, which is like not even 10 steps away. So it's not that bad. So, okay, Rocky, I have an affiliate link down below. I'm really liking Mint Mobile so far. They have a Black Friday special. My cell phone bill went down from $71 a month to also, I'm going to tell you I'm going to try and do it really quick. First, I launched Rakuten, which I also have linked down below. I don't know if they're still doing a special. Let me see. Let me launch Rakuten first on my phone. And they gave me like $5 back if you spent $45. Then I went ahead, and I know everybody won't be able to do this, but after my trial ends, I'm going to go ahead and pay for the whole year in advance, which is how you get an unlimited plan for cheapest. And yeah, Mint Mobile, if you launch Rakuten first and if you buy 3 months, you get 3 months free. This special ends today. You'll get $5 cash back on Rakuten. And if you use my Rakuten referral link down below, I think they're giving out $40 back right now. Let me double check that. Nope. Home. Back. Oh dear. They always give out between $30 and $40. So I think right now it's not showing me. But I think if you use my referral link, you'll get $40 back. I'm not sure if you would get the $5 and the $40 back, but anyway, whatever. I launched Rakuten first, so I got $5 back from Mint Mobile that way. Mint Mobile is running a Black Friday special where if you buy 3 months, you get 3 months free. So I want to say that's going to be like 6 months of cell phone service for $45. Then if you use my Rakuten link and you get $40 off, that would make 6 months of your phone bill just $5 a month. I even used Mint Mobile when I was international, and it worked fine. And was cheaper than it was going to be with AT&T. And I think what I have heard about Mint Mobile is that they actually share the same network that T-Mobile does. So your coverage or your reception or whatever wouldn't get any better, but it shouldn't get any worse, with one exception. This is the one negative thing I've heard about Mint Mobile, is that if you're at something that's really crowded, like let's say you're at the Beyonce concert or the Madonna concert or the Taylor Swift concert, and you're trying to like maybe call your Uber home, that they allow like bandwidth or something for real T-Mobile customers to go through first, and for Mint Mobile customers separately, but they share all like the same cell phone towers or whatever. And I'm going to also say that I haven't tried this in like a packed place in the United States. But when we were at the Madonna concert, me and my friend, we had 5 of us. So we needed an Uber van back from the Madonna concert. And those are harder to get since like there were 5, there's just not as many Uber vans running around as there are, like, I don't know, Toyota Priuses or whatever. So we needed a van to take all 5 of us back. Me and my friend both launched the Uber app at the same time from the same place. And mine was the one that like connected and found us the Uber first. We were about to like give up and like separate and take like 2 separate Ubers home. When right at the last minute mine did. And I didn't have any trouble connecting to get that Uber or anything after leaving the Madonna concert in a foreign country. So yeah, you're paying $158 a month there. So that you must still have a phone payment in there. And I'm not sure how switching, if you still owe on your cell phone, works. My mom has not switched yet. And that's one of the reasons that she doesn't. Let me just look at this because my mom's
my phone is paid, but I need a new phone. And most like AT&T will offer you a phone for like $1 a month if you stay with them, but you have to stay with them for like 2 years. And if I switch to Mint Mobile, I'm going to have to buy a new phone. My battery's just completely
I feel
died.
like they have a phone. Hold on. Get 6 months of while new Google. So, all right. Looks like if they want a phone, so they're saying the new Google phone for $75 a month, and that would make, like, if she was paying hypothetically $75 for the phone and $15 a month, although it says 3 months free of phone service with that $75 phone. Free 6 months of Mint Mobile, $75 a month. Oh, it says as low as, but I think that's probably the low one. Looks like it would be $75 a month with a Google Pixel 8 Pro. And I don't really see other phone options. Oh, interesting. Pick your data amount. Oh, this is for 12 months. For 12 months, it would be $180 plus $200 off the Google. Right?
Bottom line is always read the whole contract and what your options are and what it's really going to cost you, so you know, and you don't get any surprises.
Yeah, but still, like $90 would be like half off of the $158. But I'm not sure if you'd be able to like return your phone to T-Mobile or anything like that. Rocky. Okay. Rocky says, we're just talking about whatever today because it's the holidays. So we're just, doing whatever. You would be at a Britney concert if she just decides to return to the stage. I just tried to ask like my roommate this like last night when we were eating dinner, but I was like, Like, have you read the new Britney book? So I really like Audible. Um, and I had heard I was like a moderate Britney fan. Like I'm not like a super fan or anything like that, but like I don't dislike her. But I'm reading or I'm listening to The Woman in Me on Audible, and it's really good. Like it's crazy how they like locked her up and everything. And she said that her fans really did help free her by paying attention and all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, I think I'm going to close just a little bit early today. I do have Mint Mobile links down below. I've got Rakuten links down below. I don't think anybody should do, I don't know. It's up to you. If you really need something, not want it, but you really truly need something, try and buy it while it's on sale. But if you notice like, oh, I was kind of thinking about that and it's on sale today, kind of thinking about it is not a need. And so I wouldn't recommend buying it. Things like earrings, jewelry, makeup, probably not a need. Maybe you need a new heater for your bedroom. That might be a need. Maybe you need a new winter jacket. That might be a need. But most of the stuff is not really stuff that you need. Even presents. If you guys have like a large family, maybe do the thing where like you each pull the name of someone and you buy that one person a gift, so you're not trying to buy gifts for the whole family. But for the most part, your family should value the time with you and not the gift that you're getting. And you should.
What I do.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. I think I'm gonna head out today. If you are gonna do shopping, maybe check to see if you like the Rakuten app, because I want to say that like even if you're shopping on Walmart, let me see here. Walmart. I want to say it's like 10% back on Walmart with Rakuten. Like they really seem to have some good deals. So you just kind of go through Rakuten first, and then from there you do your regular shopping.
Well, I'm out of here, guys.
All right, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this as well. All right, thank you guys so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next time.